Hey, what's up YouTube? I'm still talking, so I don't know what happened in the last two videos, but somehow the video app on my phone and iPad, or whatever you want to call it, my Galaxy tablet, because that's what it's actually technically called, and I do mean technically, is just technically sucking dick and doing its job, so I don't know. But anyway, I'm gonna keep talking, and maybe one of these videos we'll get through and you can watch it, so you get to hear me talking. Anyway, this is my hat. I just got this today at the Lid store, and it's a Baltimore Orioles hat. It's the team I'm repping today, in case you can follow me on YouTube. But notice this, on the side I got Mockingjay. Intriguing, right? You're wondering at first what it's for and what it means. But I'll just tell you. First of all, it's a reference to the Hunger Games, but also something to call myself Jay, because my name is Jonathan, and Jay is short for Jonathan, or it's abbreviation or a nickname for it, and specifically. But what it means to me, and I'm gonna break this down for you in the third part of this act, called the Mockingjay Tales. Anyway, it's to mock, but to do it right? So that's the point of this. Anyway, that's what my hat insignia means. Now you know. So go tell your friends, go tell your parents, or just leave a comment and be like, I liked your video. You shouldn't just say anything else, because like I'm saying this, like you have to tell me what I already told you. Anyway, the next thing I'm gonna say is, first of all, if you're from Toronto, I love birds. My uncle also loves birds, he's a bird watcher. If you like beautiful birds, you should go to the Amazon. It's like paradise, and there's a lot of beautiful birds there. Or just watch Planet Earth and you'll get the gist of it if you don't feel like going, which you don't have to do. You're not obligated to. I'm telling you have to go. If you really want to go, and it's like deep within your heart, your soul, that you've always dreamed of going, you should probably go, because you should never give up on your dreams, because it's America. And you know, people are gonna frown and be like, what's this guy doing? Like, is he just like living someone else's dreams? Because like they want their dreams. Anyway, so that is a fact in America, and people are aware of that because they all have dreams, and it's all like, what's this dude doing? So they know it's like out of place and awkward. They're just like, what is this guy doing with his life? So please live your life for us and for your sake, because otherwise you're just doing everyone a disservice, mostly yourself and us, because we're American. Anyway, that's that about that. Anyway, I'm gonna do some smoking. I do this from time to time. Why? Have you heard about freedom? Maybe you're not from America. I'll tell you all about it. In America, you can do things you want to do. It's lovely. It's like the best part of freedom. Anyway, if you've never heard of freedom, come to the 4th of July thing, or just go to Texas, and it'll be all about it. Someone might throw it in your face and be like, hey, welcome to Texas. Bam! Anyway, when you see the sky, like, is that what freedom looks like? And I'm like, yeah, man, you want some more? Anyway, I'm from the South, so I feel like I can kind of say that, but I'm not like from the deep South. I'm not a Southerner, because you can tell by the way I talk that I'm from the North, because I talk fast. And I'll say this, I'm an East Coast kid. What that means is I can surf, but I prefer to skimboard, at least in the past. But if there's like an awesome surf jam, I totally go. And see my other videos, because I mentioned that before. Anyway, the best part about, I'll go off topic here. Not that I had a topic that I was trying to get to, but I'll talk about this. Also, I'm just noticing now the sky's getting dark, so I guess it's later than I thought. I don't know. If that means anything, because I work on my own schedule, so it's awesome. So I can run my day however I want, and I can spend my time doing things I love. That's great. But I'm not bragging, because you can do the same thing. If you want, you can just literally go do the things you love to do. If you need money, just try to monetize the things you do and be good at it, and you'll make money. You can get a book or watch YouTube videos, which is very cheap to do if you want any electronic device, and you should be at least proficient at it enough to do so in no time at all, because Google's not that hard to use. Anyway, the next thing I'm going to talk about is, well, I'm not doing this as a lecture. I'm going to do this as a speak. This is just me talking. So enjoy this. But anyway, I'm going to talk. This is do not enter. It's interesting because all the streets around my block in my building are one way, including the street right here on my block. So if you want to drive around, it's like a really headachy thing. So you have to like know all the streets and which way they're going in order to go in the right direction. So I don't know. You can do it. And if you can find parking, you can find parking. I have a lot of neighbors, by the way. It's a big building. But other than that, you just gotta circle the block until something opens up. They can take a while, because I used to do it a lot. Because I used to drive when I lived down here, but now I don't. Because everything I want to do and go to and care about is walkable and or walking distance for me. So I can just do that. And it's lovely and leisurely and a great time. A great use of my time. Because the wildest amount of time doing something I don't want to do or need to do. So anyway, I'm gonna keep finishing this cigarette, and then it's gonna be gone, and then I'm probably gonna light another one, so I can do that. But anyway, What you might not notice is that I'm walking on a lot of water meters. thingies, like drain thingies. They're all labeled as water drain thingies, which you might not notice, but I think apparently all the water runs underground and they pipe it into apartments. Now you know a fact. You can tell your friends, but like, here's what I heard about New Orleans and how their water works. So if you're someone like, wow, it's going to about New Orleans and their water system. Oh, it must be from New Orleans. But if you wanna pass to New Orleans, you should go to New Orleans. So otherwise, they'll be like, this guy faking. Don't do that. Don't lie to people. Don't try to lead them on, because they'll get to you, man. They'll get to you. Trust me. I'll get to you. Be like, this guy doesn't know what he's talking about. At some point, they're gonna figure you out. So don't try it. But just tell them where you're from. Is what I'm getting at. Because why would you be ashamed of where you're from? If you don't like where you're at, just move. You're not a tree. It's the saying or the quote. I mean, anyway. He thinks about the forest. One, there's critters. Two, there's beautiful leaves. If you don't like the leaves, you don't appreciate the forest, especially not the rainforest, because it's lovely, especially in times when there are dew, which is just something I say. So there's that. And also, did you hear that thing that I said about planet Earth and other beautiful birds there? Because there are. You should really check those out, because it's a wonderful thing to see. If you've never seen them before, refer to that thing I just mentioned, and then consider for yourself if you want to go or not. But anyway, there's a lovely part of it in Brazil, and a huge part of it too at that. So if you want to go see it, that's probably the best place to do it. Or then on your couch, unless you're watching Planet Earth, which is a good place to get a taste of it, or a glimpse of it, or a gist of it. So anyway, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna light one more cigarette. I'm gonna try to do it without putting the camera in too much of a weird detrimental angle. So I'm gonna set it on this ledge, and I'm gonna light my cigarette. I'm gonna keep myself in frame so you can still see me. So, you know, you don't feel like I'm blowing. Anyway, interesting perspective, right? You ever wonder if I'm looking down on you and I'm not, I'm just looking down at the galaxy. Dabble that I am. Oh, light. I don't have a good metaphor to make except that my cigarette is now illuminatedly lit. Anyway. 3 things you can know about America. Also the USA. How about that? One, we rock the Olympics. If you don't believe that, maybe you don't watch those, which means I don't know what else you watch during that time. You just watch your friends watch the Olympics. Maybe you should join in, because you might be interested in it. 2, we love freedom. You should definitely have been paying attention when I mentioned that. And the first thing is that, well, we love each other in the fact that we're all different, but we're not gay. So keep that in mind when you meet us and be like, wow, these guys all get along. It's like, this is a city of brotherly love, but like it's contagious. So know that. We really get a gist of America, but like in a weird way where it's like, whenever someone starts America chant, everyone gets on board and they're like, wow, they really love America. And we're like, yep, their sister love too, but I don't think this is a city with that title. Just like a more of a sorority thing, as far as I know at this point. Maybe they're doing something with it. I don't know. Ask them. And when I say them, I just mean I think girls would be more aware of it than me, because I think they're more like about that, because they'd be more relevant to that. But then again, who knows? Maybe there's a gay guy doing it. I don't know. Anyway, which is weird. You shouldn't mess with their gender roles, nor any gender roles for that matter. That's just strange. But as I was saying, as I walk now, enjoying my newly freshly lit cigarette, I'm talking about something else. I'm thinking about an animal right now. It's a mole. And 3 things I can tell you about moles. 1, they just ruin intelligence agencies. 2, they have bottle noses, which is really nice. 3, you ever play Banjo-Kazooie? They'll give you hints. So those are 3 things you now know about moles. But the first thing is, we're gonna tell you you should definitely find those, because they'll ruin the stuff you're up to. Not up to, because you know it's a good agency. That's why every government that's like relevant to that era, which is like the era right before ours, I guess. Are we the modern era? I don't know. Who's keeping track of that? But knows about that. It kind of like weeds them out. But anyway, that's something for a different LinkedIn account offer in your application. So I'll just keep talking. Is that their bottle noses are so cute, because they just have them. They're just like little snouts. But anyway, they're not pigs, by the way. Anyway, the 3rd thing is Viva Banjo-Kazooie. The whole point of the game is to collect puzzle pieces. It's great because they're shiny and gold, and I love shiny things. It's just something you don't know about me, because they're so cool. That's one of the reasons why gold is so eternally valued. But anyway, I'll say that if you want to start a business, there's many places you can do it. You can do it from home. You can do it with friends at a cheap real estate location, or you can do it at a business at your desk, but subtly so your boss doesn't find out until you find a new space where you can work from, and then work independently, and then start it up and realize that you're good at what you do, or just break off into a partnership or something. If you can like merge through business or something like that. I don't know. In America's a place you could do it, but not something you can't do in other countries. So keep that in mind. If you drive cars in America, you're not me, because I don't currently drive cars in America, because everything I do is not that far and requires driving. I might have mentioned this already, but I can't tell because I don't remember if it was in a different video or not, because this iPad keeps crashing, whatever I want to call it. I can keep talking for as long as I want. I'm just worried that my Galaxy tablet S or B or Deluxe or whatever it's called is going to crash again. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to like 15 minutes or 20 minutes. I'll do 20 minutes and stop just to make sure that I get something online. It feels weird that I've been talking for like 40 minutes and nothing has been saved or uploaded. So anyway, if I can recover them, that'd be a huge win. But I have no idea at this point because I haven't checked my phone yet because it's still charging. Anyway, if you want to know something about grills, two things I'll say right now. You can throw steaks on it, and they need propane. So first of all, don't take that lady's propane because she owns it, and that's her right. She's an American, and we have a capitalist economy. So if you're communism and you want to get in here, Mr. Biden's going to be like, no, that's not what Kennedy stood for. Or maybe he'll just say it in his own words. It's probably better. So just let him tell you. Just forget what I say. But anyway, that's just how that's going to work. So you should probably just go to a store that sells propane, like Ace Hardware or the propane store. There's a place just that uses that generic name. And just get some for yourself, because you're gonna need it. Otherwise your steak's gonna be really raw, and you might get that thing that nobody wants. You get for eating raw foods, which I think is called salmonella, but I don't know. Anyway, also, do you guys eat your food groups? I'm wondering that, because there's a lot of food groups you should be eating, and one of them is vegetables, the second one is fruits, and everything under that is just different. It's like the staples. One of them involves, well, I'll say the bottom is bread, or that's what I should have said. But the top is the other stuff, and nobody knows about that because it's your secret, and no one's gonna invade that because it's your privacy. Anyway, I'm not a bread salesman, so I'm not gonna say anything more about bread. But anyway, you should eat all your stuff, and that's just what I learned in like 3rd grade. So there, and I'd be like, man, this guy helped me today, and you're welcome. So anyway, the next thing I want to mention is that I was gonna make a mention to a pop song, but I now forgot the pop song, so I can't mention it. But if you do it right on the floor, Jennifer Lopez might, nod at you and be like, yeah, good. But anyway, if you're trying to do it like in your bathroom, everyone's like, what's this guy doing dancing in his bathroom? You should go outside. There might be more people than in his bathroom. Those people just go like, hey, like wondering, like, hey, is this where the party's at? Like, you guys are drinking in this bathroom? What's the deal? Can you mix me something up with that shower water and whatever you're using to wash your back? I don't know. Maybe someone made a discotheque in the bathroom. I don't know. Stranger things have happened. But I've heard there's some good things in bathhouses in Budapest, so check that out. But anyway, also they probably do serve drinks there, so maybe don't think about that guy's shower water, and maybe think about something else. Anyway, 2 things to know if you want to go to Budapest. 1, you can take a train if you live in Europe. 2, you can't take a train if you live in the United States. So you might have to book a flight, and I think you can probably fly Delta. If you're Louis C.K. and you're watching this, you have experience on Delta, I'm sorry for you. I don't know Delta, so I'm not going to apologize on behalf of myself. I'm just saying that sucks to be you, because I didn't have that experience. But man, thanks for sharing it. Anyway, 2 more things to say. 1, if you like comedy, you can listen to a lot of comedy, because there's comedians in comedy from around the world. I know 2 countries that have comedians that I like. One is Britain, I like Ricky Gervais, but I also like Monty Python as like a troupe. And 2, I like Gaiken no Tsukai, but I also like the people from it, who they do like individual comedy, or duo comedy, whatever you want to call it, so that's great. But anyway, oh, and also there's a ton of comedy in America, so if you like that, check out some places. Maybe check out New York City. I think there's like some comedy clubs there. I don't know where else you might find some good location to set up your base of operations if you want to see comedy. If you're a traveler, you just want to live in a city that's a good comedy place where you're studying Korean comedy and you're just really interested in it. I don't know. But anyway, also on a side note, you can watch YouTube videos. That's another way to get your fill. Or maybe just turn on the TV and turn to the channel you most want. Maybe you find the Nature's hilarious when you're high, or maybe you just think that it's really funny how people make some shows and you can laugh at those. I don't know. Teach you do. In America, you're free to do so. Also, if you're trying to stream YouTube in China, good luck with that. I have no comment and no opinion. So, anyway, I'll say 3 things about the company Lexus. Lexus makes luxury cars, but they're not Mercedes-Benz. That's a fact. 2, it has an L as a logo. I just saw that, so I can verify that. Check. And 3, it probably costs more than $1.50. So if you're trying to get one, I can even give you a ballpark range, actually, honestly. So just look that up for yourself. It's the point I'm trying to make. If you want to buy one, just go pause this video if you're that serious about it and is that urgent, and get that information for yourself, because I can't tell you that information, nor am I obligated to or required to, nor is it part of the scope of this video. So do not expect that. It's not in the expectations, nor will it be in the description of this video, so do not look for it. I'm gonna keep filming, actually. So I'm only 15 minutes, and why not keep talking? Maybe go to 30, because I think this might be a good run on this Galaxy. So maybe, I hope at least, maybe it won't crash this time. Anyway, I've got like 2 more cigarettes, so I think what I might do is finish at least one of these, and go and try it, or not, and take it as I go, or try it, or here's what's the last one or not. Anywho, one thing I love about this place is that I just realized the other day, there's little geckos that run around, and I love them. They're so cute. One of my favorite animals. I just love really scurry around, I guess. I can't even describe it. I just love nature. If someone told me why, I'd be like, you're the scariest part of nature in the human kingdom. Or if we were arrogant enough to try to make our own kingdom. I don't know. Anyway, all I know is one of us is a heart, and that's the mankind beast. Because this is a game called Kingdom Hearts, and I didn't play it when I was a kid, but I knew people that did, and I'm pretty sure this kid's at hearts, so you should leave him alone. You mean me. So, anyway, probably all live on a submarine, and if you're blue, maybe you're a meanie, and you should leave the people who respect that alone. Anyway, 2 things to note. 1, notes are notes, so you should leave a note if you're going to the grocery store and your wife is worried about where you're going to go. And 2, if you're going to the grocery store, you should leave a note. You should take it with you, but leave it like the day before. It's just so you don't forget the day you're going to go to the grocery store, and that will help you out in the long run. Mostly the grocery store, but if you don't run to the grocery store, or you're not planning to go to the grocery store again and recycle the same note, then maybe it's not going to help you as much as you thought. But then again, that's your problem. But at least you had a note. So if worst comes to worst, you have that to refer to, and you won't forget completely where you're going. So anyway, 2 more things. This is Saints County, and I just, because it is. And second of all, the reason I said that is because these things look to me at first like fleur-de-lises, but they're not. So that's all I have to say about that. Anyway, you know what they are, please comment below and be like, I know what those are. Here's what it is, everyone who's wondering, because I don't actually need that information, but it'd be interesting in the discussion. Anyway, if you're someone who sells wheels and or tires, good for you. It's a valuable business, because I'm sure cars need wheels and tires, because every car I've seen so far has wheels and tires. None of them are like stuck and or dilapidated and or in need of someone to come and tow it and or provide a wheel and tire to it if they're the owner or a very friendly stranger. I don't know. Anyway, the things you'll find in the woods that you won't find in the forest or swamp, are chipmunks, woodpeckers, and probably David Bowie right now, but I can't tell you because I'm not in the swamp, so maybe he's in the swamp right now. I couldn't tell you, but that's just, the hypothesis. So if you're scientific, you want to do a research study whether or not David Bowie is in the swamp, first thing is probably the easiest route is just to call David Bowie. If you're in the swamp right now, you're doing this study of all the David Bowies, or David Bowie, at least the David Bowie I prefer to, to see if he's in the swamp, and we'd love your input. So anyway, if you're running that study, good luck to you, and please post your findings in the comments below, because I'd love to, have that, just so anyone wants to refer to that, be like, oh, these guys did the research. Anyway, 2 more things to note is the enter sign there. I mentioned that in the last video. Maybe you'll see it, maybe you won't. Otherwise, if you have a car, do not enter that way, because it's a sign, and you probably can't get your car inside that sign, because there's no entrance way, there's nowhere to pay for the parking. Anyway, if you're a person who likes stickers, I have a ton of stickers, and I use them to stick all over my place, by the way. So lots of my places, belongings are covered in stickers, because I love it. It's like a cool way to personalize my stuff, and just a fun way of me like expressing myself, but expressing just my love for just sticking stickers on things. If you ever played Tony Hawk's American Wasteland, you might get that, because that was like a cool part of the game where you could just stick stickers on things. At least I think that was the game, and that was just like a fun thing you could do. You just like do like a wall ride or something, and just like wherever there's like bam, slap a sticker right on the wall, and there's like, oh, well, I don't know who they is. I don't think anyone else was there, but anyway, it's just like there. You're like, yeah, I stuck that there. And I think there's like a bunch of different stickers you can pick, so that was a cool game. But anyway, one of the things I like most about the game, and I'm gonna get to this point, is you can design your escape parks. That was really fun. So anyway, also, if you haven't seen the video yet, I'm gonna spoil it for you a little bit. Be like, I can do a flamenco. Did flamenco once. It was awesome. And then Kelly Mansfield saw me. If you watch this, Kelly Mansfield, remember the flamenco. Remember me. And also remember unicycling, because remember you did that a lot. So keep that in mind as you live your life. That one of us does remember the unicycle days. So if you ever wonder about bears and whether or not they ever do that in Russian circuses, or maybe you just wonder about things in more related to your life and your job and your workplace, that's fine. If you ever wondered that once, maybe you know. Those bears can unicycle. Can you? I don't know. You never showed me your skills. He's not next to a bear. So if I ever had a bear at hand that the Russian government provided me, maybe they somehow called you to me, no, you know what, we respect your capitalism, but on behalf of our country, we're going to order that we send you one bear. And it's going to compete in Caleb Mansfield's I'm the best unicycler contest. And whoever wins, just wins. So I'm going to be watching, I'm going to be judging, and if you can't unicycle better than that bear, then you lose. So that's how that's going to happen. Anyway, back to what I was saying. And that's that, if you are a rover and you're not red, you can't come over. So, sorry. Also, I didn't call you, so stop bothering me. But this thing is almost kicked, and I think I'm leaning towards I'm probably gonna let the last one and do at least the full 30 minutes. I'm gonna shoot for 40 minutes. That's a good time, but I might even go to 50. Also, I'm gonna like this. But did you know the bees pollinate flowers? It's a fun fact. That's why bees are so important to the environment. One person once said, and I think this was either something that someone said before the internet or after the internet, which does possibly matter, that if all the bees died on Earth, then all the life on Earth would go extinct, I think it was. So keep that in mind the next time you're thinking about committing genocide against the bees, is that we need those. At least bears prefer those because they provide honey, and at least let the bear that competes against Kelly just have access to honey, because he shouldn't be like deprived, otherwise it's not fair. So, you know, anyway. Two more things. You can't drive your car into the indoor courtyard of my building because there's a gate there, and I don't think it's allowed because you probably be, frowned at very strongly, or at least it's frowned upon, I would say, by our building's management. So don't attempt. Maybe just try. Maybe just check somewhere else where you can put your car and what you're trying to do. Maybe you can just use the pedestrian access route, which is to have a friend who lives at the cotton mill, which is the name of our building, and maybe just ask him permission to come to your courtyard and not just try to invade. Not that you could call it a sovereign country or that you have a reason to, but maybe if you're trying to do that, just consider your options first. Maybe consider the route that's best for everyone, because I think we'd all appreciate that. Anyway, you heard of the Mexicans, they're plotting invasion of the cotton mill. I don't know anything about that. We should investigate. Maybe the intelligence agencies do that now. I don't know. Who knows what they're doing? Anyway, the next I'll talk about is Australian girls. Here's why. Because they're like the coolest girls on earth, and I got nothing else to say about that except I would love to go to a surfing competition and do a surfing hangout fest with them, because I've been to a few and they're pretty fun. But when I was younger, I used to skimboard, and that was like as much as my experience is that area, I guess, is. That's what I love to do, and it's something about me. So if you're into that, I can't promise you I'll bring my skimboard all the way to Australia, but if I do, I can bust that out. We could have an awesome competition, or we can just hang out on the beach and do beach sports, or you can just look out on the beach and I'll just be there with you, being the cool swaggery guy that I am, which is American. And if you don't get the Americanness, maybe you should come to one of our skimboarding competitions and just be like, okay, you guys are pretty cool. Anyway, nice to meet you. Hi, hope you're not rude. I hope, if you've ever seen DNC Cake for the Ocean, that's how I envision it going. So you should just plan something like that and invite me, and I'll bring like 5 of my coolest friends at least. And if there's a weird ratio, then maybe some more dudes can come, but like only 2 or 3. So that's how it's gonna be. But also if a Korean girl plays bass, I'd be totally fine with that. So there. Then it's like a win for the world, because they're like super worldly, I think, in Korea. Anyway, that's my opinion on that. If you don't know that, I'm not gonna judge you. There. Anyway, if you do know that, cool. Still not gonna judge you, but cool. Next thing, I'm starting this YouTube channel called Frontmen. It's gonna be a competitor to Sidemen, but you can also watch both, so it's not like a direct competitor. It's just like an alternative option. So, Wind is like 3 more guys who can just front for Frontmen and just get the gist of just having a channel that we can just be American and not worry about anything. Maybe we'll do something similar but not the same, because I think bar crawl is pretty much like open to like anyone who wants to do it, mostly anywhere in the world. So we can lock that down and get some people to watch how our group dynamic works, and just see how Americans roll. But anyway, also another thing, We don't have Harrods here in America, but there's Saks Fifth Avenue. If someone were to give us $1,000, I promise you we can give you a good video. So there's that. But on a side note, I don't know what else to say. You have to stay tuned. So keep a lookout. Anyway, as I said, I'm probably gonna light up another cigarette, so I'm gonna do that. And as the clock timer is going, I think I'm only gonna get to 30 minutes, and that's fine because I don't feel like hanging out and doing other stuff without anything else to do. So, because I just kind of came up with this spur of the moment. So, like, you know what? I'm gonna film a video of me just talking. Just, you know, as I do. Anyway, maybe this gives you a good idea of me and what I'm about. But if not, watch my other videos and you might get a sweeter taste, or a sour taste, or just a taste. So there is that. Anyway, more about what happened this. You heard about the news recently? Because I haven't. All I know is a lot of boring stuff and I'm not that interested in it. But if ever sort of putting stuff that's like more interesting on the news, I'd probably watch it more. And I can have an opinion because I'm an American and I was born with an asshole. So it's like a god. It's like equal rights. It's like what African people even stand up for. Even though I don't know about their governments, but some of them are kind of shaky. That's why I said that. Not that I have any disrespect for them, but that's just something I want to say. I don't think there's anywhere on earth in any country you can think of, regardless of how small or unknown it is, that would ever argue with that. So you're entitled to, you know, at least saying something about something is what I'm getting at. Anyway, I will point out two more things. One, if you're Jennifer Lawrence and you'd like to come to a Hunger Games event that I'm hosting, you're invited. Two, if you're not Jennifer Lawrence, you're not invited directly. Leave a comment below, but definitely check that guy's research first, and I don't know, maybe see if you can make it relevant to the Hunger Games, because I think that'd be an awesome thing, and if so, you could definitely come, because that'd be interesting. So that's a challenge. I laid that out for you. Also, if you guys does the research, we'll keep you on hand because we might want that as relevant. Because I think that's a fun thing, and I think that's cool that if you could do that, that'd be really interesting. And also, if you have access to David Bowie, if you have access to Jennifer Lawrence, so get her on the line and see if she wants to come. Because hold on. I'm thinking of the song Axwell, If I Lose Myself, or no, not Axwell, sorry. Alesso, If I Lose Myself. Man, it's so hot down here. It's like swampy and muggy. I don't know. It's very strange. But anyway, it just comes to the territory. I don't know. Also, I'm gonna pair it with Quillen Games because I think that's cool, and I think that's a similar idea. It's all fun and games, and who doesn't want to participate in fun and games or watch fun and games? I mean, the show Wipeout did well, so like, what other shows wouldn't do well? And also, if you like Spike TV, you're gonna love what we have planned. So. Anyway, oh wait, and just if you have the research, just post it and I'll respond to your comment and be like, okay, please contact Jennifer Lawrence now and just ask her if she'd like to come, because we'd love her as a participant in our program and or podcasting event. So that's now just something that's, you know, an open offer. Anyway, two other things, moving to notes. There's two, you can't just stroll in, because once again, this is the cotton mill and the policy against that. Two, if it's your birthday, we're just going to host you for your birthday. That's just someone who either lives here or is my friend, or is moving here or participating in the event and is somehow suddenly involved in an event which will dedicate to birthdays and you won't have to worry about. Or three, wait, that was three already, sorry. Well, I'll say this. If you're New Orleans local, you might have heard of the Cotton Mill. It's a nice location, it's located in the Warehouse District. Free to watch my videos, just like everyone else. I can't say anything else except there's a rate button, so free to use it at your leisure, but at this standard leisure of human race applies, and at your leisure, rather. So, anyway, I think I'll just go to 30 minutes when the cigarette's almost dead. I'm gonna go inside, so I'm gonna wrap this up. We work for the United States Postal Service. It's interesting. I wonder what they send by that these days, because everything I order is on Amazon, and they just have their own trucks now, so I don't even know what the service does anymore. But good for you for having a job. Sort of the foundation thing, whole principles of America and foundational things in America. So I'm glad that works. Anyway, I'm gonna wrap this up, and thanks for listening. So I'll see you when I see you, and catch you later. Jonathan, peace out.